Excellency, since the signing of the accelerated agreement at COP28 in Dubai in December 2023, an event you personally attended alongside the former German Chancellor, Olaf Scholz, the PPI has recorded notable milestones across its implementation phases. Under the pilot phase, which is the phase 0, we have achieved significant infrastructure upgrades and capacity enhancements that are already impacting grid stability and reliability across the country. Siemens Energy has successfully delivered and commissioned 10 units of 132/33 kV mobile substations, 3 units of 75 by 100 MVA transformers, and 7 units of 60 by 66 MVA transformers across key load centers nationwide. And this has added an unprecedented 984 megawatts of transmission capacity to the grid. This has actually stabilized the grid, as from the beginning of this year till date, we've only experienced a single grid disturbance, which only lasted 2 to 3 hours before restoration, as against our experience about 12 instances of instability last year. It's a testament to the credibility and integrity of this project implementation to date. In December 2024, we also received the approval of the Federal Executive Council to commence the engineering, procurement, and construction contract for the Phase 1, Batch 1 of the Presidential Power Initiative. The scope covers the upgrade, the installation, and commissioning of 5 key substations, which are load centers located in Abeokuta, Ofa, Ayede in Ibadan, Sokoto, and Onitsha. I'm pleased to report that plans for civil works mobilization across all 5 locations have been finalized. Concurrent manufacturing of the required equipment is also ongoing offshore, and 2 of the 5 substations are targeted for completion by the end of 2026. I think we have also agreed that this should be moved from 2 to 3 to have good milestones. As we consolidate the gains from the pilot phase and Phase 1, first batch, we are also preparing to advance to Phase 1, Batch 2, which has a scope for construction of new substations and the upgrade of existing ones across key load centers nationwide. These are both brownfields and greenfield substations. Collectively, Phase 1, Batch 2 of the PPI comprises of total of 6 brownfield and 10 greenfield substations, with a cumulative impact of 4,104 megawatts capacity to the grid. If we are able to achieve this, sincerely, the era of instability will be a thing of the past. Your Excellency, sir, beyond the Presidential Power Initiative, kindly permit me to further briefly express our profound appreciation for your steadfast support, which has enabled the Nigerian power sector to record several critical milestones under your administration. Notable among these are decentralization and liberalization of the sector, which has resulted in the activation of a total of 15 states' electricity markets, which was made possible with the signing into law, the Electricity Act of 2023, which was signed into law in June 2023. Development of a national integrated electricity policy after 24 years, this is over 2 decades. This has been approved by FEC in February 2025. Attraction of over $2 billion in fresh investments into the sector to further extend access in the country. Commencement of the process to transition the industry towards full commercialization, which has increased the sector's revenue by 70% in just 1 year and reduced government liability in the sector by 700 billion. This has improved liquidity and investors' confidence in the sector. First ever successful synchronization of the Nigerian power grid with the wider West African grid, which is a remarkable milestone for West Africa. This was achieved just last week. The West African Power Pool achieving synchronization across all 40 member countries for over 4 hours marks a major step towards a fully integrated regional electricity market. This has also enabled us to achieve greater energy generation and sale to West African sub-markets. Increase in the country's installed capacity for energy generation from 13 gigawatts to 14 gigawatts within 1 year, and the attainment of an all-time generation peak of 5,801.44 megawatts, and the maximum daily energy ever in the history of the country of 128,370.75 megawatt hour on March 4, 2025. Successful mobilization of 700 billion naira from the Federal Account Allocation Committee to implement the Presidential Power Metering Initiative aimed at tackling the sector's long-standing metering gap. This is complemented by the World Bank Distribution Sector Recovery Project fund of $500 million, adding additional 3.45 million meters to the sector. Procurement of all these have started, and over 600,000 meters have been delivered under the DISREP program. Your Excellency, distinguished partners, the Presidential Power Initiative is more than a power project. It is a national transformation blueprint. It embodies our shared vision to build a modern, reliable, and sustainable electricity network that supports Nigeria's industrialization and economic growth. We are proud of the progress made thus far and remain fully committed to completing the current phase and preparing the ground for subsequent ones. As a next step, Your Excellency, sir, we would like to solicit Your Excellency's support in obtaining an expedited approval for a $970 million borrowing plan to conclude phase 1 of the Presidential Power Initiative. And this is inclusive of the newly requested additional 10 power mobile substations to boost access expansion and improve reliability. Our experience from the installation, commissioning, and energizing of the initial 10 power substations has been very wonderful and tremendous. A lot of areas without access have been given access, and where we have instability, we have restored reliability. So we would like to add additional 10 of this, as a lot of demand are coming from those other quarters. Power mobile substations. With Your Excellency's continued leadership, sir, the steadfast support of the German government, and the technical partnership of Siemens Energy, I am confident that the Presidential Power Initiative will stand as a flagship achievement in Nigeria's journey towards energy security and prosperity. I was actually in Germany last week to attend the German-Nigeria Bi-National Coalition, and this was given top priority. It's a flagship project between the two countries, and once it's fully achieved, I believe the relationship can only get better. Once again, we have also extracted from the Siemens team a commitment to partner with our National Power Training Institute, NAPTIN, to collaborate to accelerate local content and local capacity development for long-term sustainability of the power sector. Once again, Your Excellency, we thank you profoundly for your leadership, your listening ear, and your resolute commitment to building a resilient, efficient, and sustainable electricity sector for the benefit of all Nigerians. Thank you.